I know, sis. You like, where are the Christian brothers that want to date with intention? Where are they? What's going on? We out here. You just waiting, you praying. Where are they? Let me say this. I believe there'll be a rise of intentional Christian men popping up out of nowhere soon for y'all, sisters. I do believe it. What it takes is it takes us, even married people, right? Single women, to pray, right? We cannot, and I know you heard this before, and I know you probably get tired of hearing it because I did too. I know we're operating out of a scarcity mindset. We're only going off of what we see, what we've encountered, what we don't encounter, what we see in our churches, what we see at singles events, what we see at single Christians events, what we see out there on social media, what we see on media itself, what we see about the divorce rate, what we see about all these Christian couples who are leaving one another. We're going off of what we are seeing, and we're not going off of what God can do, okay? Can God not restore? Can God not revive? I know, sis, you want him to automatically be perfect in front of you, do all of the things for God in front of you. I know you want that. Sometimes a lot of these men need to be taken into a factory and they need to be built up. They need to be discipled. They need to be led by masculine, Christian, godly men in leadership, right? To be taught how to be single, to love Jesus, to be abstinent, and to be godly husbands. That is a thing that is happening and still needs to be happening. But we need to be praying for men to be led into these circles in droves, right? In droves. Just recently, my church I feel like they had an influx of men just out of nowhere, right? Out of nowhere. And my pastor held a men's discipleship course, in-person course. He had the number max of 75 men just to come out, in all of our minds, I'm thinking, okay, if we get like 40 men, that'll be cool, if it don't, how about the first night of this discipleship course in person, it was over 75 men that came. They had to open the doors and grab more seats. Like, we had an influx of men. But what he's doing is he's starting with the men, because that's so crucial. That's so important. He's working on them, getting their hearts ready, getting them pruned, right? And getting them discipled. We don't want these men to go through a fast track, right? And then not be discipled properly, not be discipled at all, right? Because we got a lot of men who are Christian. We love to say that, they got the titles of Christian men, but I know, like I would want, and I had, that you want a discipled man. Somebody who's leading, somebody who's held accountable, somebody who's serving, right? Somebody who's listening to God, right? Because we can see the man who's lifting their hands up. We can see the man who pray out loud, who in the worship team, who in the parking lot team, who all that. But I want to know your heart. He's getting their hearts ready. We got to help pray that the men, their hearts are ready, right? Not just for you, though. Like, we always like, oh, we want the godly men. For them to be holy, for them to be pure, for them to be godly, right? I believe a season is happening. So this is why I brought my husband along on this journey with me. So not only am I, or have I been coaching single women, I brought him along to help the men out, to coach the single men out there who are needing help. Because just like he was going through, he needs to show other brothers how to come through too, right? And not only is he helping with men, he's helping me with the women as well, because I know that y'all need a man's perspective on things too. And I'm gonna shout out a few other people on here, on this here TikTok and on other platforms, because I want y'all to get the resources, men especially, but also get a male perspective on topics as well. So I'm gonna put them in the caption below and also in the comment section. But shout out to my brother, Mark's Lifestyle, on this here TikTok and on YouTube. He is doing the thing. He is single. Okay. But he is single, but he is offering some dynamite advice, not only for men, but for women, and the perspective that we need for single Christians out there. Okay, so he's below. Also, Coach Brandon. Coach Brandon, he's married, right? He's been married for quite some time, but he offers some dynamite advice, some coaching from a godly perspective. Quit listening to voices out there that are not from a godly perspective and come on over to this side of TikTok where it's godly Christian voices who are the single brothers who are out there, and you're seeing them. They're abstinent. They're waiting for their godly wives. And for brothers that have gotten their godly wives, right? We need both perspectives out there. Both. Okay, I said both. BOUF. But but anyway, I just want to encourage y'all that we can't be sitting. We can't be waiting and not praying for the men. And I know you like praying for your man, but once your circle of sisters start getting their men, their husbands, watch this. It's only a matter of time. So start praying for the men to show up so that you can get your man to show up. Okay? That's a word. I love y'all. Listen, as always, continue to follow me for more Christian and relationship content, Christian dating and relationship content. Follow your girl. We got some major things coming up for Christian singles soon, my husband and I. Please do follow, support, and stay tuned. It's coming, hopefully late summer, early fall, but we're doing something big for Christian singles because we know y'all need something. So continue to follow, and I love y'all. Peace out. Bye.